Hello everyone, this is Paulina, and in this video I want to share some information about the hotel that is located in Hadaba in Sharm El Sheikh, and the name of this hotel is Sharm Inn. So this hotel is located, I would say, in the city center, and I want to show you how it looks inside. So now you can see breakfast time. As you can see, this hotel offers you, well, I would say typical hotel breakfast that you may find in many different hotels. So you can see some pastries, buns with chocolate, with some stuffings. So I would say quite a good variety of different pastries. But, I'm not a big fan of pastries in Egypt. Also, as you can see, there are some cereals, syrups that you can use. You can mix everything. Also, they serve, of course, meat. On this table, you can see different fruit bowls with different sauces. And here you can see some cheese, I guess butter, and some kind of sausages. But personally, I do not like Egyptian cheese and Egyptian sausages because the taste is quite different from what I used to have in my country. But as for the vegetables, they're quite okay, fresh. You can make salad if you want. You can mix everything. You can add the sauce. And you're going to have a nice breakfast. Also, in Egypt, they serve omelets, fried eggs for breakfast if you want. As we can see from this video, the breakfast isn't very, I would say, big and full. And if you're staying, for example, in the hotel for 10 days, I guess you can be tired of such breakfast. As you can see, there is enough space for all people. The place isn't very big, but that's okay, not very bad. I want to say that this hotel isn't very expensive. It's not the best hotel. I mean, the service, the quality maybe of the rooms, this hotel is a bit old, so that's why it's not very expensive. And of course, it influences on the food. Now you can see the room. As you can see, typical hotel room, 2 beds, the mirror, the table, the TV. Also, they have minibar, as you can see, the small fridge. Some water inside, okay. So the room isn't very big, but I guess enough for 2 people. Yeah, the room is quite clean. Bed sheets are white as usual in all hotels. Also, there is the wardrobe if you want to keep something. Also, some extra pillows. So this is the bathroom. I think the bathroom is quite okay, clean. So the sink, they have the washing cabin, the toilet, towels, all necessary items, toilet paper. Yeah, the washing cabin is big. I guess quite enough space for one person, so it would be quite comfortable for you to stay in the room. Yeah, the room is quite white. I mean, there is enough light from the street. And now check the view. I like the idea that you leave the room and you are just in front of the swimming pool. As you can see, the area is quite beautiful, green, clean. And for me, that's quite affordable for like many tourists. I mean, this hotel, yes, isn't the best, but it's not the worst. Yeah, so as you can see, there are different swimming pools, several swimming pools. And also there is the guy that watches what is happening on the pool. So if you have kids, you can be sure that nothing is going to happen with your kids because there is a lifeguard here. And you can see the building itself, the balconies. Yeah, I guess we just came from the first ground, the first floor, as you can see, and also upper floors, they have balconies. As you can see, some people just put their towels to let them dry. The territory is quite okay. We can see the palms, the trees. I think there is enough space for all people. And it's not a big problem to find a place to sunbathe, because I've heard that in a lot of hotels, sometimes people struggle to find a free space, and there are some people who come at 6 o'clock, they just put their towels and they leave, and sometimes they may not even come back to pick up their towels. So in this hotel, such problem just doesn't exist. Also, as you can see, for kids they have these slides, water slides. If you want, you can swim and play. The swimming pool is big, as you can see. It's quite calm and safe here. I mean, just a nice place to relax. Now you can see the dinner. Just check the food that they serve. Of course, they serve soups, some kind of soups, hot dishes, side dishes, vegetables, and so on. Meat for sure. Well, mostly chicken, I would say. Yeah, also pastries and desserts. Some sweets for sure, of course. Also, they serve fruits, as you can see. Well, I guess oranges. Yeah, the cakes. And I want to tell you that in this hotel there are a lot of Russian tourists. Yeah, so we can see some fruits. I guess mashed potatoes or maybe noodles. All right. Rice, well, of course, rice is always served in Egypt, because I would say this is the main dish that they eat every day. So the bread, different kinds of bread. And look, they serve meat. Today they're serving chicken. And if you want, you can ask for the piece that you would like to eat. But as you can see here, actually everything is counted. So it's like you may have only like the specific number of the food of pieces that you can have. All right, so chicken, and we can see some like maybe hot dogs, I don't know. Well, yeah. Well, as you can see, we have two pieces. Well, yeah, because of the hotel, actually, they count the amount of food each tourist eats. So that's why sometimes some tourists say, oh, we are hungry, we don't have enough food to eat, and so on. As you can see, this restaurant is quite okay, clean. So everything is set on the table. So I mean napkins, forks, knives, spoons if necessary. And also waiters, they check that everything is on their place, on its place. Yeah, so if you need anything, you just can ask, like, I need a napkin, or I need this, can you bring this please, and so on. So no problems. Also, of course, they have tea, coffee, or maybe juices. So it's up to you to choose what you want to drink. So also the sauce. As I said before, there are different salads. Well, and actually this is the second restaurant, and the second restaurant is a bit different from the previous one. As you can see, the tables and the chairs are a bit different. You have to pay $1 to enter this restaurant. Okay, so let's talk about the beach, because Sharm El Sheikh is located in the center, and it's not so easy to get to the beach. I mean, there is no beach in this hotel. You have to take a bus. The bus drives every day from the hotel, and you enter the Palma Beach. What do we have on this page? So of course we have the changing rooms, we have the toilets, we have showers if necessary, Also, there are different cafes, bars, and restaurants. Nothing is free, of course. If you want to eat, if you want to have a drink, you should pay money. And waiters are coming all the time, and it's not a problem to ask for a menu or to ask for a drink or for a burger or a pizza. But remember that if you want to have anything here, you have to pay money. So the bus just drives you from the hotel to the beach. And after that, you may spend as much time as you want. So the beach is quite big. I mean, there are different sections, and you may choose any place you like and just enjoy the beach, just enjoy the sea. I've been to this beach before and I like it very much. There is a pontoon, so there is a reef, and you may dive and swim. You may snorkeling. You may go snorkeling if you want to, and you may see different kinds of fishes and so on. So as you can see, there is some information about pizza, about food that they serve, that they have. Well, this beach is actually quite calm, chilling, relaxing, so nothing special happens usually here. Many people spend their time in the bar just drinking something, and also I like the location for photos because there is a seesaw, and a lot of people take photos here. You can see the pontoon, you can see the places for sunbathing, you can see the umbrellas, enough space, you can see the table, so everything what you need is here. So this is the place itself. Very nice, good place. I like it very much. You can see this white zone, so this is a different zone. I would say maybe it's like a VIP zone. Probably you need to pay some extra money, but I'm not sure. And if you have any questions about this, I guess you can just ask the people who work there. Yeah, the territory is quite clean. There are trash bins, and actually after the sunset, so people who work on the beach, they clean everything. So you may be sure that you feel quite comfortable on the beach. And also here you can also see a different section. I'm not sure about the prices, but if you are not living in Germany and you want to spend your time on this beach, you need to pay for about 200 Egyptian pounds, so that's $4, and you may enjoy your stay in Egypt. So this is actually all what I wanted to tell you about. So come to Egypt, and if you have any questions, I will be glad to answer to them. Bye.